Last time on Sculpture channel I made a custom figure of He-Man using an air dry clay that I'd made myself, so in today's video I'm going to teach you how to do it. Now let's get started. The first ingredient that I am going to use is epoxy sculpt. This is a two-part epoxy that you can mix and cures hard like a rock in 24 hours. This clay is smooth and have a putty-like consistency, so it's easy to mix but it's very difficult to use. The next ingredient is MONSTER clay. For me, MONSTER clay is the best sculpting clay that I ever use, but the problem of this clay is that never cures. I have discovered that by combining these two clays we can get a clay easy to use that's dry hard. So I call this clay MONSTER APOXIE. The first thing I did was mix the epoxy with the MONSTER clay in equal parts. The result was very good, it's easy to use with sculpting tools and dries hard. The second thing I did was mix epoxy with less MONSTER clay. The result was quite good. It doesn't sculpt as well as the previous mix, but dries much stronger. The last thing I did was mix epoxy with more MONSTER clay. The result was good. It provides the best sculpting experience but dries like polymer clay, so it's quite fragile. In conclusion, the three variations of MONSTER epoxy are very good, but you have to use them in different ways. I recommend using only epoxy sculpt to make the structure of the sculpture. This way you're going to achieve a strong foundation. Then you can mix more epoxy than MONSTER clay to make the body of your sculpture. For the details you can use epoxy and MONSTER clay in equal parts, and for the very small details use more MONSTER clay than epoxy. You will see that the result will be amazing. The MONSTER clay is easy to use, it's an air dry clay and you can sand, drill and paint it, and the best part is that you don't need to bake it. By the way, I tried the same with this cheap clay but didn't work. So don't waste your time trying to experiment with this type of clay. This week I'll be sculpting Gengar from Pokemon using MONSTER epoxy. If you don't want to miss that video, please subscribe and activate the bell. I leave you the link of my He-Man sculpture and Gengar sculpture video below in the description and in the first comment of this video. See you next time.